Alright, this is not going to be a real unboxing, but rather a reenactment of an unboxing. You see, I just picked up this watch today from the authorized distributor for Oris. So I'm gonna reenact the unboxing experience. So I'm glad that they provided a paper bag that is printed with Oris. I think I love the details inside the bag, which shows the map, I believe, to the location of Oris in Holstein. Not sure how to pronounce it, but yeah, this is the location. So I'm gonna put the bag aside. This one, it feels rather light. So when I look at the material up close, it's a recycled paper. So I think Oris is trying to do their part in preserving the environment and all that. So yeah, I kind of applaud them for that. And yes, no dramatic event here, but this is the Oris Diver 65 cotton candy in stainless steel version. So let me remove the watch from the pillow. It's kind of hard because I have sized the watch to my 6-inch or 15.2 centimeter wrist, and yeah, I basically removed most of the removable links. And let me see here, this is the hang tag. I'm going to put that aside, and let's try to remove the watch from the pillow. All right, and I think there's a sticker which I need to remove as well. And yeah, this is the watch. So I'm gonna clear all the clutter and we are gonna move closer to the watch. Okay, so this is the watch. So this is an Oris Diver 65 cotton candy in stainless steel version. So it comes in a case diameter of 38 millimeters. And if I'm not mistaken, the lug to lug distance, it's about 46 millimeters. And it comes with inverted end links, which helps the watch to conform to smaller wrists better.
A few moments later.
Why did I get this watch? Well, one of the reasons is that, I have a lot of watches, right? In fact, too many for a normal person. And I wanted to have something special, something that is a little different, something that is fun. Yes, I do have some Swatch and some Casios, but I wanted something which is a little more fun, but with an elevated class, like it's not plastic. So this comes into my wish list. And I was thinking about it for a very long time. Like, again, I was like weighing, like, hey, it's just for an SW200. Is it even worth the price? And let's talk about the bracelet and the clasp. It just comes with a pin and collar bracelet and not even a screw bracelet. And it comes with just a rudimentary typical spring bar type micro adjustment clasp. There's no even like a T-fit or a glide lock or a ratcheting lock or a on the fly adjustment like what you can get on, say, a cheaper or a more affordable what you call Christopher Ward that also used the same SW200 movement. Something fell down from my room. I don't know what's that, but yeah. So if you look at the entire package, it's not really that attractive, right? Especially with the higher retail price. Basic clasp, basic bracelet, basic movement, and it also only has 100 meters of water resistance. Yes, it does comes with a screw down crown, right? It's a dive watch. I wouldn't say this is not a dive watch. It's more like a skin diver. So yeah, 100 meters is good enough with a screw down crown and all that. So let's move the hands to a 10-10 precision. And yep. So yeah, I think the main reasons that got me to this watch is just the dial. All right. And the other thing is the bezel. Let's take a closer look at the bezel here. So if you can see from here, it comes with what we call a deboss bezel, not emboss, right? Emboss is where it sinks in. This is kind of deboss. I'm not sure what's the right term, but yeah, the lettering and the triangles and all the markers are they stand out from the surface. They are not like embossed or milled or machined inside. It's kind of like a they're gonna remove more material to have this stand out, or unless they applied it, which I doubt they do. Mostly they will need to machine off more metal. So yeah, the bezel, I'm kind of a fan. And you know, it reminds me of the bezel on a yacht master, yacht or yacht, depending whether or not you're following American English or British English. Yeah, yacht master. So I typically call it yacht master. So it reminds me of the bezel on a Rolex yacht master, which is, yeah, I know it's made of platinum and all that. This is just stainless steel, but I like the vibes and the look of that. And I think the bezel click, it's okay, it's not too bad. Alignment, it's kind of okay. Yeah, it's quite okay. Backplay, well, yeah, there's some backplay. Yeah, so yeah, all in all, this is a fun watch which I like, and also to commemorate my recovery. So you see, I had a surgery to remove a ganglion cyst on my left wrist, which I'm not going to show to you guys because that may scare a lot of you off. Yeah, so I finally managed to remove all those, you know, bandages and all that, and it's kind of okay now. The wound has healed mostly. So yeah, it's kind of that. Right, I don't think I need a solid reason to buy this, but I did get the approval from the missus, right? I showed her the picture. I say, well, what do you think about this watch? Maybe I want to get it. She said, well, looks fun, just get it. So I did ask her, should I get the blue, or should I get the green, or should I get the pink? And then pink, I already had like I think a couple of salmon dial watches, so pink is out of the picture, so it's between blue and pink. And yeah, blue and green, and she said blue looks nice. And in the pictures, the blue is kind of a pastel blue, but in real life, it's kind of a more saturated light blue. All right, so instead of showing the watch on my left wrist, which I normally do, and which I normally wear my watches on my left wrist, I'm putting it on my right because, yeah, the wound is there. It's healing up pretty good, but I just don't want to show it to the public yet. So yeah. So do expect that I may be doing a lot more watch review with the watches on my right arm or right wrist, but typically I will wear my watch on my left. It's just that this is kind of nicer to the public. So I think it wears pretty nice, right? The lug to lug, it's, I mean, if you look at it in real life, it's kind of okay, but maybe in camera, it's kind of look big because of that dome sapphire crystal. You can see how big the dome is, right? I hope that you can see, yep. So yeah, I think I like how the watch fits me, and it's kind of a fun watch. It's not a dress watch by any means. It's kind of still a skin diver style watch, so I think it looks okay. And it tapers, the bracelet tapers quite a lot. If I'm not mistaken, it's 19 or 20. I couldn't remember the specs, but don't worry, I will be doing a full review of this watch maybe in a month or two, and I'm gonna come back with all the specs and all that. But I think you can even check the specs on Oris website, but it tapers quite a lot to a small class. With that said, I think that's all for this quick so-called unboxing video. If you're new to the channel, please help to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. Till then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe, bye-bye.